Welcome in, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another edition of the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Y'all know we got another banger for y'all. We got that recap. The Indiana Fever just took down the Chicago Sky for the second time this season. Caitlin Clark just got the sweep over Angel Reese. And I think we're finally seeing this team come together. Coach Christy Sides actually was coaching today, y'all. As much flack as we give her on this show, she was coaching today. And we mentioned, you know what I'm saying, it was a 91-83 victory. Indiana Fever almost choked it away. It was close. You know, Chicago Sky battled through some foul trouble. But, man, can we talk about, first off, the chemistry, the developing chemistry, the building of chemistry between Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark? That pick and roll is finally starting to look like what it's supposed to look like, y'all. Caitlin Clark dropping dimes in the second half. Didn't score a whole lot in the second, but she was dropping dimes to Aaliyah Boston, to Nalissa Smith. These bigs were creating space and getting rewarded with the pocket passes, and they were finishing today, man. This is the best offensive showing I think we've seen from them maybe all season, y'all, just collectively as a group. But what were y'all's initial takeaways from the game? What stood out to me was definitely how more efficient the pick and roll looked between Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. Like, they looked locked in, they were dialed in, and I love what I saw from the two stars today, man, for this team. They need them to play that way for this team to succeed and for one of them not to get traded up out of there, man. But I thought this was a very physical game. Of course, Angel Reese was battling through foul trouble. Camila Cardoso battling through foul trouble. But we see what's going on with everything, man. Y'all give me y'all's takeaways, though. What were the biggest takeaways from this game? From the people? If this is your first time, welcome into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. I am your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. And we see Aaliyah Boston led the way with 19 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. And I think Clark just trusted her more to make plays. We know Aaliyah Boston is such a gifted passer out of the post, and we saw her get those 4 assists. Caitlin Clark leading all scorers on her side with 23 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. Y'all, she about messed around. She about messed around out there. Got that triple double, man. I still don't feel like the best backcourt mate for her is Kelsey Mitchell, but Kelsey Mitchell did have 17. It just seems like that's where the chemistry breakdown is. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like that's where the breakdown is between Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. Especially if y'all looked at the end when Clark was calling for the ball at the end. Kelsey Mitchell just refused to pass it over to her. But definitely let me know y'all's takeaways. Aaliyah, Saheed, welcome back. Aaliyah getting back to normal. Yes. Yes. She's getting in shape. She's getting down low. She's getting touches. And she's finishing at the rim. Saheed, that pick and roll today? That pick and roll? Oh, man. Damon, welcome in. Welcome in. I like the rivalry. I'm from Naptown. Was really watching them too. Love the Joker shoes. Batman won again. Yeah. Yeah, Reese be having the drip. Reebok is definitely hooking her up. So shout out to her for going her own way. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Kelsey Mitchell has been having a solid season. She definitely hit some big shots. She was getting to the cup today, finishing strong, and she helped close the game out with those free throws, man. I just don't know if her and Clark are the complimentary backcourt duo though, man. I don't know. It seems like there's a little bit of chemistry breakdown, but you know, they're playing decent together. They're both individually hitting big shots. But what were some of y'all's biggest takeaways? Mitchell has no problem scoring, but she's rarely passing. That's my thing, YouTube. That's my thing. She rarely passes the ball, and she will score it, but she will also dribble the air out of the ball. She's a bit of a ball stopper, in my opinion. But the ball was moving today for the Fever. They were actually moving the basketball. Coach Sides actually probably for the first time all season on this 2-win game win streak, looked like she was actually coaching and orchestrating and executing a game plan. Finally. Let me know some more of y'all's takeaways. Jay, welcome back. CC and BB Connection starting to look nice. See, in my last live, they was telling me I was crazy. I was seeing it happen in live action, man. That pick and roll, that chemistry, they are starting to find each other. Clark in the second half didn't score a lot. Those pocket passes she was dropping dimes, y'all. Like the turnovers, I think she had 4 turnovers today, but they were down compared to what we've been seeing, you know. I really liked what I saw from that dynamic duo, man. Like they need this pick and roll to work. But what were some of y'all's other biggest takeaways from the game today, even on the Chicago Sky side? But we know Caitlin Clark had a big game. Angel Reese came up with some big shots. Clark does get the sweep, though. She gets the WNBA sweep. Sky have not beaten the Fever with these current rosters, man. Caitlin Clark has 2 dubs already over Angel Reese. I think Camilla Cardoso did some good things, but they were just battling foul trouble. I tell y'all though, I am a huge Marina Mabry fan. I'm a huge Marina Mabry fan. She is a bucket, yo. I'm telling you. This was honestly a very exciting game. High scoring, not a whole lot of defense being played. Caitlin Clark did come up with a big block. We mentioned Mabry, 22 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds to lead the Sky. Kennedy Carter, who had the dirty foul on Caitlin Clark a while back. They didn't really match up a whole lot, but I definitely had my eye on that matchup. She finished with 18, 4 and 1. Dana Evans off the bench, 12 points. And Coach Teaspoon went, in a different direction with the starting lineup. But Camilla Cardoso, 10 and 10. She's finding her way. This front court is going to be talented for a while, y'all. And I think this Rookie of the Year race is really, really heating up. CC2, AR0. John, you right. You right, bro. You got to call it how it is. Caitlin Clark got 2 dubs already. 2 dubs. But you can see both these teams are going to be really good down the line. I mean, that front court of Camilla Cardoso and Angel Reese continues to get better. The dynamic duo of Aaliyah Austin and Caitlin Clark continues to get better. I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed this game. But look, what was y'all's takeaways? DJ Bosco, welcome back. Different positions, go Clark. Absolutely. It's not like these 2 players are guarding each other, but the rivalry is exceptionally there. It is definitely, without a doubt, there. But what were some of y'all's biggest takeaways from this game? The play of Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, it only took about 14 games, but she's finally in shape, getting back to her Rookie of the Year form. And she's got a guard in Caitlin Clark. They didn't just have her dumping it out the post. I love the pick and roll that was being run. I love what I was seeing from them. Initiating the offense. You drafted a point guard with the number 1 overall pick. Put the ball in her hands and let her make plays, and you win games. Am I right? K Mitchell, the truth, AB, and CC, them 3 build around them. We got Asia them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. AB is doing her thing. Melissa Smith, who is supposed to be a star for this group as well, is doing her thing. KMS, welcome in. And if this is your first time, welcome into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. Sky could have won both, but playing with emotions caused dumb plays. Absolutely, KMS. Absolutely. Mistakes down the line. Terrible shot selection. Bad execution. They just did not make enough winning plays in this one. Jay says, Fever still don't know how to screen. Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy how many fouls get called over. They get turnovers from those illegal screens. We saw a couple get called on Smith. But I love hearing from y'all, man. And not a whole lot of box score bandits in here. I got people in here that's really watching the game and looking at tape, man. So I love hearing from y'all. What were some of y'all's biggest takeaways from the game today? Why did the Fever come out on top? And can they use this win to build momentum going into the season, the rest of the season, into this break? Now that this kind of game, I like Smith, Boston, Clark, Mitchell, Fever. Keep it up, way to go. Hey, welcome in, Sport. Welcome in. Appreciate you joining us. Boston and Clark finally kicking it. Clicking. DJ, I said that in my last video. In the last game, I felt like we saw the potential. We saw Aaliyah Boston play to the level that we have been expecting her to play. Caitlin Clark wasn't as involved last game, and I know people were upset about that. But this game, Coach Sides, she must be feeling that hot seat because she is definitely letting Caitlin Clark run more. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit more fast paced, I think, today. Robert, welcome in, welcome in. Put the ball in Clark's hands, and that's what I have to say. Hey, Robert, stand on business, my guy. Stand on business. Respect. Respect. Stand on business. You don't draft a point guard #1 overall and not put the ball in their hands. You let her operate, you let her create for these bigs, and it's making life easier for everybody else. Michael, welcome in, welcome in. It's a good thing when all of your starters are scoring over 10 points and 4 of the starters were in double-double. Absolutely. The only complaint I have about the Fever right now is the fact that Erica Wheeler is still getting minutes because she's getting that crazy contract, and Grace Berger and Celeste Taylor are not getting minutes. That's the only issue I have right now is I would love to see some of those young players that I think would complement Clark and allow them to play faster and more wide open, get more transition buckets. I think that's the next step. Michael S., welcome back. Welcome back. CS has handed her face all game and still almost gets triple double. That's what I said. She about messed around. She about messed around today and got a triple double. She definitely about got a triple double, man. And I just love the assist. The first half, she had her scoring going. The third quarter, she was scoring a bit. But, she didn't rely simply on just that scoring prowess and hunting bad shots. Caitlin Clark really, I felt like, let the game come to her. She's getting more comfortable. Slick, welcome in. Mitchell still has a problem passing the ball. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like she's constantly dropping the ball. Like, she gets these transition buckets. Like, she's always shooting out. She's the first one down the court. They throw Mitchell the ball, and she don't ever catch it. It's weird. Wheeler should never play another second. Absolutely. Breezy. Breezy. You said something right there. Give those minutes to Celeste Taylor. Give those minutes to Grace Berger. Score Teaspoon has her players with emotions, especially at the news conference. Yeah, I think they're a mirror of her. They play hard and they leave it all on the court, but they're definitely an emotional group. I think she's the right choice to, mold those women. 3 rookies balling out. Marco, welcome in. Yes. Camila Cardoso with the double-double, 10 and 10. She's starting to figure it out. Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese, I think the more they play together, that is going to be an elite front court. That is going to be an elite front court. And they both battled through foul trouble. I think, if the foul trouble wasn't there, they would have even done more numbers today. So he says the Fever need to play with this tempo more. When CC has the ball, the teams moves. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They keep trying to play this lame half-court defense that they were playing last year, and it's not working. They got to play with tempo. I agree. Let her make plays. Robert, she showed Kennedy she's more than just a three-point shooter. Almost triple-double. Yeah. And I was looking for them to match up a little bit more. I was looking for them to match up a little bit more after that dirty foul to see if there was any hard feelings. I think CC reclaimed Rookie of the Year, edging out Angel. I think coming into this game, Angel was at the top of the ladder. But after this one, yeah. I mean, it's a head-to-head matchup. I think, Rakia Jackson will still be in the running. I think Camila Cardoso and Aaliyah Edwards, with their recent play, will definitely have something to say about it as well. Erica Wheeler is a veteran and she can play defense. I feel like, no disrespect, but she's the most ineffective player that they play. Like, she really doesn't bring a whole lot. Like, the plus negative is just not there. Smith, big step up. CC under control and let the game come to her. Boston and Smith, solid. Sammy knocked down her open threes. Yes, shout out Sam Lou. Mitch did her thing. Yup. And then you got Hole in there as well that can play defense. But there's no way, man, that Celeste Taylor should not be getting minutes. Caitlin, 23 points, 8 lovely rebounds, and a whopping 9 assists. Awesome game for CC plus the win. Elite passer, Tiger. Elite passer. She played a lot more patient. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Katie Lou Duke got them butterfingers. When she catches it though and lets it fly, she can definitely shoot it. But Clark definitely played a much calmer game and let the game come to her. I think so. I absolutely think so. And if this is your guys' first time in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Welcome into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. I am your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Got you covered on all things sports. Yes, Jay, I'm with you. Put Celeste in the game. Stop playing with her. I feel like both teams, Damien, I agree. Both teams definitely played hard today, and there's a lot to be excited about for both these groups with two relatively young rosters. CC turnovers will stop very soon. She is looking more comfortable every game. Agreed, Saeed. Agreed. She's definitely looking more comfortable every game. She's letting it come to her, and she's definitely not forcing the issue, taking bad shots, throwing passes away, trying to fit them in tight windows. This is one of the best games we've seen her play, especially from an efficiency standpoint. We all knew Clark was going to figure it out. It's just taking time. But I don't think we've seen any other rookie in the history of the league have the type of pressure on her that Caitlin Clark currently has. It's crazy. Michael says Mitchell and Clark cannot be on the same floor at the same time. I'm telling you, Mitchell is a bucket, but I don't think they are. The chemistry discrepancy is there between Mitchell and Clark in the backcourt. I don't know if it's personal or what, but they do not fit well together. Individually, they are both good players. They are effective and they get their numbers, but they are not a complimentary backcourt, y'all. I'm just tired of seeing that Angel Reese hate Caitlin Clark. I mean, like, yeah, you can be a fan of both of these players. Just because you're a fan of Caitlin Clark doesn't mean you can't be a fan of Angel Reese. Y'all, anybody can say whatever they want about Angel Reese, but she is a dog. She's a competitor, and she's very coachable. Lisa Leslie took over was awesome. Big Shooter, welcome back. Cardoso is 6'7". She should be dominating. Needs footwork. I think the thing with Cardoso that's going to separate her is one, definitely polishing up the footwork, but she's agile. She moves very well. But she needs a go-to move. Camila Cardoso's move right now is just to try to overpower her defender and get a shot up. Camila Cardoso, once she gets a go-to move down in that post, it's going to be something serious. Berger is as a crowd fave. She played at IU and Size don't play her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's your proud? That's what I'm saying. You got a hometown kid who guards, who can absolutely shoot the three, something that the Fever have struggled with is 3-point shooting. And you got two shooters on the bench, and Taylor and Berger, who could really help this team out. And you out here giving minutes out to Erica Wheeler. Like, come on, bro. DJ says karma is hitting the sky. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Angels and Cardoso's biggest weakness in college was that they get tired quickly. Okay. I think too, man, the foul trouble really hurt them today. Playing against the best teams at the beginning of the season made the Fever better. Maya, I'm telling you, when you got to go against the Aces and the Connecticut Sun and the Liberty and all these teams that are at the top of the league, you're going to take your lumps and get battle tested. But now the Fever have gotten through their hardest part, and next up, I mean, the Sky have to play those teams now. How the Fever's schedule looked at the beginning of the season is exactly how the Sky is going to look towards the end. Yeah. Sean, welcome in. Reese's shoes were very fitting. She is a clown. Gee, Sean, tell us how you really feel, my God. Big Shooter. The Sky should continue to pound the ball inside to Angel and Camilla. Absolutely. Killer Camilla. And Angel's such a gifted passer, too. We talk about Clark being an elite passer. Angel is a very good passer as well. And I think she's got that point forward capability about her game. Yep. CC. Hey, welcome in, Damon. CC, most definitely rookie of the year, but Angel, she'll have a difference maker too. Yeah, Angel's a difference maker. I think coming into the game, looking at the rookie scale, I would have had Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and maybe Rakia Jackson at the third spot. But now I do think Caitlin Clark has really solidified herself in that top spot again. The Fever coach is burnt. This team will be so much better when she starts playing Celeste Taylor more. Absolutely. Christy Sides probably her problem is, y'all. The coach Sides' problem is she's too loyal to these veterans that she brought in. And I feel like she's scared she's gonna lose the locker room. But you gotta play the best players available, and the Fever still haven't done that. Mishkiva is welcome in. The refs won the game. Boston played 35 minutes, not one call. Michael says Celeste Taylor has a history of injuries in which she may still be recovering and in a 1 minute limit. Robert, welcome back, welcome back. Mitchell is just a ball hog because she's been on a crappy team for 7 years. She got to break the habit now. Yeah, she be dribbling the air out of the ball. She's a ball stopper, y'all, for real. Hey, welcome in. Your father's uncle, Angel and Cardoso shouldn't be on the floor at the same time. Why you feel like that? Your father's uncle, you don't think they compliment each other? Kay Mitchell is a pure shot creator. She gets the ball and gets total vision to score. Needs to pass not just a bit more. She needs to pass a lot more. Mitchell got away with 2 fouls. CC got away with 2 fouls. The refs are scared to call fouls against Fever. They get ref love every game. Sky and Aces get no love, equal calls. So you saying the Fever get no superstar calls? Okay. And what the heck is going on with the Aces, man? I just put out a video, and I feel like we low key. I don't know. Are we witnessing the end of a dynasty there? I mean, they're 6-6 right now, and Asia Wilson's playing out of her mind, but it just is not enough, y'all. Berger missed 3 straight free throws, and Berger's a ball hog from what I've seen. Okay. I mean, she really hasn't gotten many opportunities, though, I feel like. Angel definitely has a nose for the ball. She's always around the basketball. Always. The white girl is just a better player, period. Okay, Marshawn. That's that's what they need. Someone to take the pressure off CC because as we're figuring it out, you have to guard her so CC and AB can get busy. Yeah, they need somebody. They need another shot maker. Like I get Kelsey Mitchell, like she does well, but I think they need a more stationary shot maker that is not gonna just stop the ball all the time. Hey, talk to him, Jay. Hit that like button. I appreciate y'all. Berger is a low tier PG compared to Caitlin. I think Berger needs to be at the 2. Like, she should play next to Caitlin. But Clark is definitely the most gifted playmaker on that team. Hey, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Jim says, great Father's Day present. Love the game. Proud of Clark in Boston. Yeah, that chemistry. They are starting to figure it out, guys. They definitely are. Yes, Celeste Taylor, we need. Yes, Jay, welcome in, welcome in. Celeste Taylor should be getting minutes. When you talk about Celeste Taylor in defense, we're talking about a player in college that not only won the Big Ten Defense Player of the Year, but also the ACC Player of the Year. You know how lockdown you got to be, how straps you got to be to win 2 different conference Defensive Player of the Year awards? Bro, yes. Timmy is like the Hannah Stokey for Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. She's like the best transition big they have. Angel has no shooting game. She needs to work on a shot. If she made her layup, she would have half the rebounds. Okay. Yeah, the mid range, like we've seen her shoot it. It's not reliable, but if she can just get it to where defenses have to respect it, I think that would be major for her development. Yeah, Clark is definitely going to start getting those double doubles. Jay says Clark haters in the mud. Are they hurt, Jay? Clark with the 23-point near triple double. Hey, she about messed around. She about messed around. She looked so comfortable today, so efficient. She didn't look rushed. You know what I'm saying? I liked how she handled the defensive pressure. Robert says Cardoso and Angel don't have any range, which makes it easy on defenses. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that, y'all. I would agree with that. Because without either one of Angel or Cardoso to make a shot, definitely eats up floor space and teams can clog that lane. Hey, I'm with you. Marshawn, I'm with you. Get Sides the hell up out of there. Get her out of there. She is not the answer. Somebody told me Lisa Bluter was having dinner in Iowa last week with the owner of the Fever. So just, a side note, just throwing that out there. But yeah, she stinks. She's not developing any talent, and that's why they can't hold on to any draft picks in Indiana. Celeste has a better shot than Berger and better defense. Absolutely. Celeste should be getting minutes. She is the best player on this roster not getting minutes. You talk about a player that's going to lock up, take defensive pressure off Clark, can get in transition, can hit threes. Absolutely. For now, it looks like the Rookie of the Year race is between Clark and Angel. 1 week is Caitlin, the next week is Angel. They are battling. I can't quite write Rakia Jackson off, though, just yet. Jay says Taylor would add the energy to come in and get minutes. Yeah. Yeah, she's going to drop down. She's going to get those 50-50 balls. She's going to dive for it. She's going to lock up. Celeste Taylor makes winning plays. And you need that glue player. Happy Father's Day to real fathers that know the struggles. Hey, shout out to the real fathers out there, everyday dads. Jim Webster, welcome in, welcome in. When Smith is on, it helps a lot. Yeah, absolutely. I think that year overseas this past year is the reason that Smith has developed so much, man. I think that's what Aaliyah Boston should have been doing, was playing overseas in the offseason, and it wouldn't took her half the season to get to where she's at right now. Yes, Jay. Mabry was heating up. She was cooking. She tried to hit that step back three. Clark was like, give me that. Yes. Hey, Clark been playing way better defense in the WNBA than in college. Jim says now Reese can shut up. I don't think she's ever shutting up. Not WSD, welcome in. If this is your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button. I am your host, Brandon Blakely, aka Brandon Lee TV. This is the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast, keeping y'all locked in. But no, Reese was not injured, WSD. She was battling foul trouble. She had 4 fouls through majority of the second half. Mike, welcome in. I still think to get the most out of Clark's talent, they need to adjust the offense. More open court, ball, and player movement style. Yes, Mike, they need to run. I don't know if they are in the shape to run, but they have the players on this roster. They need to get out in space. Because Clark, with the outlet passes, we know she hits players in strides like a quarterback, man. And I love that. Stephen Hucks, welcome in. Reese, who? Back-to-back losses. Hey, the Fever got the sweep. Caitlin Clark has 2 wins, 2 dubs over Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. They don't have the personnel for it, though. I think they do. I just don't think they're playing like the right players. Like Lalissa Smith, when Teamy gets back, they have bigs that can get down the floor. The thing is, though, that's not Aaliyah Boston's style at all. And her and Caitlin Clark's styles clash, and that's where the issue is. But they're really good in the pick and roll. That's because she had to play all the offense in college. She said she used to. She said she used the defense in college to rest because she played 40 minutes a game, and she's still playing for 40 minutes a game, which is nuts. She don't get any rest. Coach Sides got some Tom Thibodeau in her. Y'all remember how he ran Derrick Rose and Luol Deng into the ground? That's what I'm scared is gonna happen to Reese, man. But what were some of y'all's other biggest takeaways, man? We got some great conversation going right now. Once Camilla gets a real back to the basket game, she will truly dominate. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. When she gets that go-to move, Camilla's gonna be dangerous, y'all, for real. She is definitely gonna be dangerous. She just needs a go-to move. But from a defensive standpoint, from her getting up and down the court, she's agile at 6'7". You know what I'm saying? Terry, welcome in, welcome in. Lisa would make a ton of help. Hey, I'm telling you, I saw that Bluter coach Lisa was having dinner with the Indiana Fever head coach. We know every year that Caitlin Clark was at Iowa, they scored more points. Samuel, welcome in, welcome in. Boston, exactly. She clogs up the paint. Clark can fit with Boston well, but she can't maximize her scoring ability with that style of play. Agreed, Mike. Agreed. You standing on business with that comment. Agreed. Definitely agreed. I just don't think she will reach her max potential with that. I mean, honestly, it's tough because they're both really talented players. But I do know next year is the last year Aaliyah Boston is under contract. Angel Reese just said on post game, some people have a special whistle. Girl is so so salty over Caitlyn. Do y'all feel like Caitlyn Clark is getting those superstar calls right now? I feel like she isn't, honestly, but welcome in, Steven. Do y'all feel like she's getting those superstar calls? I'm happy AB is finding her form. She needs to to impose her will on opponents. Yeah, Jay, I think she's finally getting into shape. And what's crazy is like we saw how hot of a start that Smith had. If Boston would have played overseas instead of being in the analyst booth working on her second career after 1 year in the WNBA, we would have been seeing this from her through the first 12 games. I think the thing for rookies is getting reps and playing against professionals, getting used to that physical style of play. Y'all can check out the box score there. The Fever, of course, took the win 91-83. But yeah, I agree, Terry. That overseas stint for Smith definitely evolved her game. Reese gonna need a different pair of shoes. Hey, Slick, they on her shoes. They on Reese's rump right now. They ain't letting her breathe. Angel Reese needs a Kobe. See, hang down low. Yeah, I mean, I think teams, Robert, are able to clog the paint against them until Angel Reese develops a reliable mid-range game to where it's respectable. They're going to keep clogging the lane, and her and Camille Cardoso are going to keep getting most of their points off just running through defenses and getting putbacks off of rebounds. But the Clark and Boston dynamic is crazy. Caitlin Clark, Kent, no kryptonite. Mad Peace, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, if this is your first time, welcome to the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast, y'all. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese name has too many letters in her name. That it stands to mean envy. Okay, Gypsy, tell us how you really feel. Why Angel hate on Clark so much? She do be throwing those subliminal jabs. She be throwing them subliminal jabs, man. Like, can't we all just get along and compete? I think the Chicago Sky have a very bright future, but I also think the Indiana Fever do as well. Will they have to rebuild this roster though to maximize Caitlin's talent? That's the thing. Will they have to revamp this roster? That'll be the thing. But I think they moved the ball really well. There was actually some rhythm. It wasn't just a whole bunch of standing around, ball watching, wasting the shot clock. You know what I'm saying? I think they did a good job of maximizing today. Hope she get penguin shoes. They're tight. Man, they be tight. Oh, man. She got the Reeboks. I want to like Angel Reese, but she got way too much hater energy. Okay. Clark and Reese have been playing against each other since elementary school. And the rivalry keeps heating up. We can't get enough of it. If they would bring in... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Monica. Yeah. Yeah, man. They need to bring in Monica and maybe Gabby Marshall, too. But yeah, I like Ziana. Big Shooter, why does CC fans hate Angel so much? Like, I feel like you can be a fan of both of them. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta respect that both of them have really elevated the women's game to another level where we're sitting and having conversations like this. My advice, they should fire their managers and hire CC managers to get better deals. Hey, and one thing CC gonna do is secure that bag. Caitlyn and AB is a championship foundation. They'll tinker the line over time around that. Yeah, I mean, so Deuce, do you think that they offer her a contract extension? Last year, it just felt like Aaliyah Boston was playing with no guards that could get her the ball. Boston needs to get in shape. She definitely needs to stay out the booth and play ball. Chicago needs a real PG. I like their backcourt. I like Dana Evans. I like Mabry. I like Kennedy, but they don't have a true point guard. You're right. They got a bunch of combo guards. Reese smart to keep building rivalry between her and CC. Villains get drafted too. Yeah, look at Draymond Green. Is Angel Reese the female Draymond Green? Draymond Green and Pat Bev have made a career off being the villain. And Angel has come out and said she will embrace that role. RRB, welcome in. Who's your daddy Angel? That's funny. I like the wordplay there. Gloria, welcome in. Welcome in. If this is your first time, welcome into the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Blakely, aka Brandon Lee TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button while you're here. Yo, CC about messed around though with a triple double. She about messed around. This is, I think, the most efficient game we've seen her play. I definitely think the game is slowing down, and the Fever have improved with every game. They're under a big microscope, though. Yes, I think they need to let Wallace and Wheeler go and give C. Taylor more minutes. Yes. Yes. I was so happy when they drafted Celeste Taylor because I thought they had a plan in mind for her, and obviously that's not the case. I also like Lexi Hole, too. But what were some of y'all's other... Like, is this rivalry going to keep growing, y'all think? Is it good for the league? Reese, self-appointed VIP of WNBA. Next year, they are signing a TV deal worth over $250 million. Okay, so money is coming in. Hopefully, those revenue shares grow too. Angel Caitlin is a good narrative for the league. Eventually, the culture war crazy part will subside. I think so, dudes, because I think people will realize that both you can be a fan of both these players. We all still waiting on Caitlin versus Diana Taurasi. She gonna cook Taurasi. I'm still kind of like, dang, I can't believe Taurasi made the Olympic team over Caitlin, but you know. Okay, Van Vital. See, and I love hearing that. I know I have no dog in the fight, but Caitlin Clark has brought a lot of first time WNBA viewers in. Yes, Saxton definitely needs more minutes. That's what I'm saying. They have the roster to play quicker. They just don't play the right players. Stephen, welcome in. Angel Reese the type to try and get in a club, but it's at capacity, and she goes, "You know who am I, right?" She says she in the club. She on the outside, and the club can't even get in. Not a narrative. It's a result of being a good baller. This rookie class might not be like the most talented ever, but they are making headlines every time they take the court. But I think we've all kind of agreed, like, yeah, Caitlin Clark has retaken that spot as the top rookie right now, halfway through the season. It seems like they flip flop. 1 week is Angel, 1 week is Caitlin. People won't keep watching the WNBA to see Caitlin Clark to be a distributor. Yeah, they want to see threes. They definitely want to see threes, and I think she was really smart with her shot selection today. I definitely think she was smart with her shot selection. But I think the league needs Caitlin Clark to be a star to continue this growth, this trajectory that they're on right now. Because it's bringing in all types of fans. Y'all just saw Van. This is his first time watching WNBA, and Caitlin Clark brought in another viewer. And I get people in my chat like that all the time. Yep, I agree, Michael. They definitely have a storyline, and it was driven up 2 years ago with the who knew, who knew. They didn't even make that much noise when John Cena did it. Who knew? But you need storylines to sell. You need rivalries. You need superstars. I will give you some players that could help them compete better. Yeah, Terry, holler at us. What can they do? How can they reshape this roster around Caitlin Clark? Clark and Timmy could be the most dangerous duo in my opinion. Yes, that would be like her Hannah Stokey in the WNBA. I agree, definitely. CC storyline is to improve performance. Reese is like crab mentality, pulling CC down so she will be upped. Oof, okay. Caitlin Clark has a special whistle, according to Angel Reese. Guess we need to fire the refs now. Okay, okay, dudes. I used to be a sports reporter in North Dakota, covered a lot of hockey up that way. I'm a hockey guy myself. Says this is their moment right now. If WNBA can't get it done now, it never will. And that's the thing, like the history of the league. Like they have kind of shot themselves in the foot with the growth. But now they have superstars they can build around. They have superstars, legitimate stars that they can build around right now. Definitely. And we're seeing so many first time fans come in. But this rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is wild. Lenny, welcome in, welcome in. The rivalry is not that special until both teams are good. Right now, the teams are not that good. They're definitely not that good. They're definitely neither one of them are seeing a playoffs this year. But I think it's just the potential, and they're still selling out crowds and still getting a lot of viewers. The Fever need to bring in catch and shoot players who can screen and play off the ball well. Exactly. And that's why I say Kelsey Mitchell is not a good fit with Caitlin Clark. For that reason right there. I'm still hoping for a Molly Davis and a CC reunion. It's a shame Molly did not get a chance to showcase her skills in the tournament. Yeah, Molly Davis is a dog. She was the third leading scorer on this team, very versatile. And if Kate Martin, no offense, is good enough to play for the Aces, but she's been exceptional for them as a role player, Davis is definitely a WNBA player too. I wish she could have had another year of eligibility, man, pairing her with Lucy Olson. This was on CBS today. Angel foul to CC head was the right call, not special whistle. Yeah, Angel Reese was in foul trouble out there. She was playing aggressive. Anyone in here can help Angel Reese get a refund on them hideous Joker shoes. So I think the consensus is we not feeling Angel Reese's shoes. I think that's the consensus right now. We are not feeling Angel Reese's shoes. Everything happened when CC came into the picture, improved viewership, and all other players should just improve their game stat. Yo, the charter flights, the extra security, like it's been crazy. More people watch the WNBA draft with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and those special 2023 class or 2024 class more so than they watched the WNBA finals last year. I mentioned this because Wallace is a 5 average, and yeah, average points per game. Wheeler averages 4, getting minutes because of size. Yeah, she's loyal to her veterans, and it's like she thinks she's gonna lose the locker room if she plays the younger players, and that's why they're in the position that they're in. They need to play the best players available. And Indiana has not done that all year. They have pieces to complement Caitlin Clark. They're just sitting on the bench. Good enough for CC to send AR to her third straight loss against CC. Hey, CC has the upper hand 2-0 head to head against Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, David. You speaking fact and welcome in. Yeah, this I think this rivalry has definitely helped grow the game for sure. People are definitely tuning in, but it will be exciting when we see these matchups in playoffs or like postseason implications. Because yeah, both these teams are really bad right now, along with the Mystics. The rivalry would be better if Caitlin Clark trash talk Reese back. She's too nice. Hey, Caitlin will talk that talk now. Don't get it twisted. She will talk that talk out there. And she's such a performer. Angel Reese has main character syndrome. So, oh man, y'all are funny. Y'all are hilarious. Those tickets were so expensive. Yeah, tag, welcome in. Hey, it costs to see Caitlin play. I mean, the Fever were playing in a barn not even less than 2 years ago, an empty barn, from what Kelsey Mitchell was saying, and now they're playing in NBA arenas. So, I mean, say what you want, but the impact is obvious. The impact is definitely obvious. Hey, y'all are on them shoes. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. The Joker shoes. You You can't come out in the Joker shoes though, watch so serious and not catch the dub. Like, come on. I like her shoes. A joke wearing Joker shoes. We get another edition of it on Saturday. Oh man. The WNBA needs more teams though. I feel like I've seen every team play each other twice already, it feels like. We need that expansion ASAP. I know that, they've got the team in Toronto coming, the Guardians, I believe. They've got the Valkyries and Golden State coming, so it'll be fun to continue to see more teams. But yeah, they had a WNBA game on CBS. We ain't seen not one WNBA game on CBS last year. Maybe ever. Not even the finals. With the game being played on CBS, I won't be surprised that this game gets at least 2 million viewers that tuned in. Also, great commentary. Brandon, let's all hit the like button. Hey, Steve, I appreciate y'all. If this is your first time, welcome into the Live with Brandon Blaney podcast. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm keeping y'all up to date with everything. And man, I welcome y'all's opinions in here because we have some great chats with some very great insight from you guys, man. So I definitely enjoy hearing from you guys. Of course, I will make my opinions be known, but I definitely love hearing you guys' perspective as well. What are we expecting in the rematch of this game? I just imagine if Teach Boone was the head coach of Indiana. Like, if these two teams switch coaches, I think Indiana would probably have like 3 more wins. Yes, smash that like button. Definitely appreciate y'all locking in with me on this Father's Day, on this special day. Shout out to all the pops out there. You know what I'm saying? Tuning in to the live chat today. I appreciate y'all. What were some other big takeaways? I think my biggest takeaway was definitely the play of Caitlin Clark, how efficient she was, and it seems like the game is finally starting to slow down. Definitely. And the Indiana Fever aren't at full strength. I would love to see Celeste Taylor's get some minutes, though. Will Nike ever give Reese a shoe? No time soon. Now, she signed the Reebok tag. She's going to get that signature shoe from Reebok, who, I mean, I ain't seen a Reebok shoe since Allen Iverson. Yo, Angel Reese trying to bring Reebok back. We do know Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark will be the next two female Nike athletes getting that signature shoe, though. And shout out Asia Wilson. She been hooping. They used to have more, but they flamed out. Breaking news: Angel Reese fined $15 for disparaging remarks. 15,000, I'm guessing, for disparaging remarks on the refs. Man, you cannot be calling out the refs. I mean, that's a bad look to lose and blame the refs, especially when there's like no blatantly blown calls. Now, there has been some terrible officiating in the WNBA. I'm not denying that, but I don't think today was one of those days. I don't think today was one of those days. Can't just sit. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I can't respect blaming the refs, especially in this game. Like, leave them refs alone. It was a physical game. You know what I'm saying? Both teams played hard. You didn't make enough plays to win the game, Chicago Sky. No offense. I think I like watching the Sky play. I'm a big Marina Mabry fan. I think she is superb. She's a dog. She got that attitude about her, that junkyard dog mentality. Kennedy Carter, who went viral for that dirty foul, Caitlin Clark. But I think she's a good player too. I mean, honestly, the Sky's roster might be a little bit better. But y'all let me know. Charged up over here. Yeah, y'all let me know. I wish these two teams could switch coaches. Imagine how much the Fever would be better without Christy Sides holding them back, man. She is terrible. Shaq is part owner of Reebok. Yep, and we know that's Angel's play uncle. We already know how that deal was orchestrated. But I will say, Angel definitely has a fashion sense. We always see her at the Met Gala and all these fashion shows. She put it on. Camila Cardoso, though, we gotta give her some credit. Finally finding her stride. She gotta get a go-to move though. Camila Cardoso needs a go-to move. Are people still wearing Reeboks? Other than Allen Iverson and Angel Reese, y'all wearing Reeboks? I don't own a pair. No disrespect though. But we are seeing this Rookie of the Year race unfold right before our eyes, guys. Caitlin Clark, I gotta put her at the top spot. Angel Reese second. Rakia Jackson, and then are you going Cameron Brink? Are you going Aaliyah Edwards? Are you going Camila Cardoso? I've seen people throwing Kate Martin in there. The Aces is struggling right now, though. Like, I think we might be seeing the end of their run for real, y'all. I don't know what the Aces got going on. Angel Reese gets the fine for calling out the refs. Sheesh. Can't be calling out the refs, man. Gotta be better than that. Take your loss. Take your loss. Learn from it. Grow from it. Period. But I know this guy gotta be salty about getting swept by that Fever so far. Lost 2 games to them already. You know they got a bad taste in their mouth. They do not like that. They do not like that, y'all. I'm telling you right now. But what were some of y'all's other biggest takeaways from today's matchup, man? I think Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, that chemistry was phenomenal today. I think the pick and roll. But like some of y'all are saying, I don't know if Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston will be the long term answers for this roster. If you're trying to build it around Caitlin Clark, I just don't know. I feel like for majority of the year, Nalissa Smith and Teamy have been the best bigs on this roster. The last 2 games, Aaliyah Boston has really stepped up. She's getting into shape, getting up and down the court, and imposing her will on the post. We know it's not a lack of talent. Reese hit Clark with the right hook, and she talking about special whistles. Hit her with that Tank Davis. Oh no. The Aces will come back when Gray's in the line. Yeah, they're missing Chelsea Gray. The offense, it's just been a bunch of ISO ball. Kelsey Plum has been inconsistent. Stokes has been inconsistent. The defense has been non-existent. And it's pretty much been Jackie Young and Asia Wilson trying to carry them. I made a video. Y'all go check that out about the Aces. Just recently, we heard from Coach Hammond as well as Asia Wilson, very emotional. These are the ones no longer Charlotte, Miami, Portland, Cleveland, Houston. Being a North Carolina native, I would love to see the Charlotte Steam come back. And then the Houston Comets is just one of those historic franchises that you kind of, one of those like, killers of the WNBA that you kind of need. You kind of need that. You know what I'm saying? You need those historic franchises. Marco, welcome back. Says I told you, brother, not to sleep on Caitlin in the Indiana Fever, and I told you that Caitlin's defense had improved. Caitlin has a steal and an assist off of it. It was truly a team victory. Oh, I wasn't asleep. I wasn't asleep, Marco. And we, along with the steal, can we talk about that block she had on Mabry? Can we talk about the block? Her defense is really, really improved. Definitely has improved. She's playing way better defense. And like I think somebody really made a great point earlier in the chat when they were saying, you know, we're seeing Caitlin not have to shoulder the entire offense on her own. So she is, given a certain more energy on the defensive side of the ball. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Told y'all cook cross. Hey, Caitlin Clark is in the chat and just donated. Hey, we appreciate you, CC. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule for us. Thank you for that. Clark, Taylor, Mitchell, Smith team would be the best starting five for the Fever. Yeah, I think I agree. Like we have not seen their best starting five yet, and all those players would run. I like that. I like that starting lineup. I like that lineup in general. Hopefully, we'll see that lineup thrown out there. I agree with that. Unc, I definitely agree with you there. Definitely agree with you there. I think they're still trying to find that best five, and we haven't seen them yet. Cry Wolfsters. That's crazy. Appreciate you, bro. You brought me from women's college ball to the WNBA. Hey, Daryl, much love, much respect. I appreciate you. You know, we're still kicking out the college content as well. This is y'all's first time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. Welcome into the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast. Thank y'all so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me today, man. Much love to y'all. I definitely just dropped a preview for college on the top player of the year candidates for next year. So y'all make sure to go check that out. But definitely appreciate you, Daryl. Much love, my guy. Man, it's just we're seeing some great hoops on all levels right now. The women's game is just growing at an alarming rate, man. I love it. I love that we're able to get together. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we at the barbershop. We at the cookout right now. We just talking. We just talking hoops, man. We all watch the same game, and I love hearing from y'all. Caitlin Clark. Hey, Leroy, welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. Caitlin Clark, Rookie of the Year. 2-0 against those Chicago Scott. 2-0 against the heads-up matchup with Caitlin Clark, or with Angel Reese. I think she has solidified herself right now. Now, it could change in a week, you know. But right now, as of today, as we speak, I think we got to put Caitlin Clark as the favorite again for that Rookie of the Year award. Definitely. Definitely agree with that. Yes, gotta agree with you there. This rookie of the year battle has really turned into a two-player race. But Clark is making a case. Hey Terry, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you as well. Hey, this would not be possible without all y'all, man. So I definitely appreciate y'all. Raquel, welcome in, welcome in. CC all day, yeah, baby. Yeah. So I like Kyrie Irving is one of my favorite players ever, but yeah, the NBA Finals is very much boring right now. I've never been less interested in the NBA Finals. And the women's college game compared to the men's college game, it's great. It's not even close. Yeah, welcome in if this is your first time. Appreciate y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all. Welcome in. Hey, Raquel, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there as well. But yes, Sahid, I gotta agree with you. Leroy says big stars play big games. Yup. And don't be blaming the refs if you fall short either. Hashtag Team Caitlin Clark. Okay. Caitlin Clark has brought so many first time fans to the WNBA. I just can't believe they left her off the Olympic team, y'all. What was they thinking? What were some of y'all's biggest takeaways from the day? What were some of y'all's thoughts for today? Just after watching that game, we've had time to reflex. Tank versus Angel Reese next. That's crazy. Welcome in, Corey. That's crazy. Shout out Tank Davis, though. They was sleep on him. They said Frank Martin was going to be the first one to stop him. Hit him with that. Hit him with that. Hey, Saheed, much love. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Tank versus Angel Reese next. That's hilarious. Yo, that's wild. Hey, why she do Caitlyn like that? Corey agreed. Like, bro, why would they not put Caitlin Clark on? I get it, right? I get the Diana Taurasi, like, respect. She's a legend. She's put over 20 years in. She's won multiple gold medals, MVPs, finals. She's still hooping at her ripe age. I get that. Caitlin Clark, though, is dominating her in every statistical category that matters. On top of that, you got to think of you got to think of the popularity aspect of it as well. It was set. The stage was set for Caitlin Clark to be a global superstar in this Olympics. Why would you not capitalize on that? I don't care what nobody says. Not having Caitlin Clark on this team, it's not going to stop me from watching. Obviously, we'll have content, but it definitely is going to hurt viewership. Clark is like Tiger and Serena were. Will be great once the hysteria dies down. Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on her. Angel Reese feel foolish making those shoes. Hey, y'all are on Angel's rump about the Joker shoes. I think it is pretty much been stamped in the chat that we are not feeling them Reeboks. I think it's pretty much been stamped. We not feeling the Reeboks. You can't come out in the Joker shoes, man. You cannot come out in the Joker shoes and lose, bro. You can't come out in the Joker shoes and lose. Angel Reese, yeah. Man, them shoes is crazy. I ain't seen a pair of Reeboks since the Iversons. Man, but yeah, are y'all gonna be tuned in for the Olympics? It's gonna be a nice break. WNBA players. I'm excited to see the stars that they have scrimmaging against them in the All Star Weekend for the WNBA. Man, I'm trying to see Derek Hamby. I'm trying to see Dewana Bonner. I'm trying to see Mabry. I'm trying to see McBride. Man, it's a whole lot of players I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see Caitlin Clark. It was pure hate. They know damn well CC should be on that team, right? Raquel, exactly. What are they doing, bro? They fumbling the bag. They fumbling the bag, y'all. Who says Caitlin's game could be well beyond DT's also once the Olympics roll around? I think it's well beyond it right now, but you absolutely right. You absolutely right. Y'all telling me they literally watched the tryouts, have watched WNBA basketball this season, watched what Caitlin did in college, watched the fans that are surrounding her, and they really looked at that list and said, "Yeah, we gonna go with Diana." Like, bro, what the hell are y'all talking about? They definitely missed a huge opportunity. Yup, they missed a major opportunity. Corey says he's not even gonna watch the Olympics. He don't even want to see it. Is anybody else feeling like that? You know, y'all don't have to watch the games. I got y'all on the update. But is anybody else feeling like that? One that they fumbled not putting Caitlin Clark on this team. Did she get snubbed? I'm ready to. Enrique didn't make it either. But are we? And I heard she may want to play for Nigeria. But are we? Are we kind of collectively like we not really messing with the Olympics right now on the women's side? That would have been like them, like, bro. Y'all remember the Dream Team? They had Christian Laettner on there. Even if she's not starting and playing huge minutes, you can still have her on the roster. Like, it just makes no sense. Raquel says, no, no way, no way, no way. We are not watching Team USA. Nuke, welcome in, welcome in. Angel reaching jab too much for Tank. Yo, Tank hit Angel with that counter. Boy, y'all see what he did to Frank Martin. I don't know if it's any boxing fans, but I had a live stream for the fight last night. I'm a huge boxing fan. If y'all are new to the channel, I cover all sports with an emphasis on women's basketball because I really thoroughly enjoy it. But I do cover all sports. And that fight last night was crazy. Said Angel would catch that counter. But yeah, man, it's a lot of storylines going around, man. I just don't think we've seen a rookie in the WNBA have the type of impact that Caitlin Clark has and face the type of scrutiny she has. All I know is the men's U.S. teams better bring their A game. Other countries caught up to, and a lot of NBA players are international players. Yeah. So did you watch the World Cup? Germany was out there cooking. The Wagner brothers was out there cooking. Dennis Schroeder was out there giving us work. But I think they sent a way better team to the Olympics than they did to that World Cup. I must say, bringing the OGs out, LeBron, KD, Kawhi, and those guys, Devin Booker, like this team is that NBA team. I mean, that men's team is going to be elite. I don't see them losing a game. And if they do, it'll be early while they're still building chemistry. And don't get me wrong now, y'all. Like, the women's team is stacked. Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, I think is special. You know what I'm saying? Brittany Griner's getting back to her ways. Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Jewel Lloyd. Like, the team is loaded, but there's no way. Like, no disrespect to Chelsea Gray. She absolutely deserves a spot, but she ain't played all year. And you just gonna thrust her into the Olympics? I just cannot believe Caitlin Clark was left off this roster. I even saw reports, people saying that Team USA didn't want to deal with Caitlin's fans, thinking she should get more playing time. Like, bro, that shouldn't matter. If y'all think she can contribute to the team, then she should be playing on the team. Period. Shaquem, welcome back, welcome back. I don't think CC got snubbed. I can name 10 players better than her. I believe Arike got snubbed. Yeah, Arike definitely got snubbed, but I heard that she wanted to play for the Nigerian team. I hope she is one of those players that is on that all-star team that plays against Team USA, because Arike gonna put 30 on them. This is Angel Reese's second loss against Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. Yup, she down 0-2 right now. She down bad right now. Definitely down bad right now. And Angel Reese was in foul trouble, as y'all can see. Yeah, she's taken two straight losses to Caitlin Clark. But she can't, like, what other players would you have liked to see other than Enrique? I completely agree. Maybe even Dearica Hamby, but who else would you guys want to see on Team USA? Or play against them, for that matter? Who are some other big names that y'all think might have got snubbed in this one? I just think looking at Diana Taurasi head to head stats with Caitlin Clark, and then like the stats are better. She's the better player in this particular point in their career. But then on top of her being the better player, you throw in the following that she has. I mean, it was a no brainer to me to have her on this team. It was a no brainer. But yeah, we know they're gonna have that scrimmage, and some of the all stars from the WNBA are gonna be playing. Definitely want to see Eureka. I want to see Caitlin. I want to see Dewana Bonner. I want to see Dearica Hamby, who's been playing out of her mind. McBride, Caleb McBride's been playing really well. I wonder how they will treat Paige and Juju when they come out. Hey, I think Paige will have a better adjustment than Caitlin Clark, a quicker adjustment, just because she's a true point guard. And her style of play and her pace already fits the WNBA really well. So it'll be interesting. Also, I don't think Paige is coming in with the same exact amount of height. So it'll be interesting. But that class with Juju, Malaysia Full Wiley, Madison Booker, like that's what, probably 2027 class. That 2027 class is probably going to be better than this class. Yeah, like, bro, Tarasi passed the torch. But yeah, I think Juju is going to be sensational. I think if Juju would have been able to be a one and done this year, she would have been a top two pick in the WNBA draft this year. But I'm excited for that 2027 class. I mean, the freshman this year, Talia Scott, Michaela Williams, like, that's going to be special. Hey, Saheed, agreed. Agreed. You're talking about an all-star talent there. But yeah, man, they could have left Diana Taurasi off this team, y'all. I mean, it's time to pass the torch. She's had her time, man. She's had her time. She's had her time and some. But yeah, a lot of injuries this year so far. Team's still trying to get healthy. It's weird seeing Della Don not being out there for the Mystics as well. But shout out to Leah Edwards. It's a lot going on in the WNBA right now. Haven't seen Chelsea Gray at all. Probably the best point guard in the league. I do think she changes the trajectory when she gets back for the Aces. Currently 6-6. They do not look like a team that is chasing a third title. It feels like it's the Connecticut Sun and everybody else. But I love what the Minnesota Lynx are doing. I love what the Liberty are doing. The Seattle Storm are finally figuring it out with that big three. But yeah, Caitlin Clark being snubbed off that Olympic team is nasty work. It's wicked out here. Nasty, nasty work. But yeah, I'm just reading through some of the comments, man. Y'all make some very valid points. Very, very valid points. Yo, Hidalgo, Notre Dame is really my dark horse to win the national championship. With Hidalgo, we saw what she did with the ball. Then you get Olivia Miles back, Sonia Citron. They might have the best backcourt, big three in the league next, or in the whole entire country next year. Hidalgo reminds me of Trey Young if he could play defense. Yeah, Hidalgo is special. Madison Booker, Talia Scott, Audie Crooks. Like that freshman class is so elite. There's gonna be so much talent coming out of that freshman class when they go pro. Yeah, Leah Edwards is definitely hooping. Playing without Della Don, I think it's hurting her. It would have been so beneficial to have her play with her. But Edwards, and it was like she wasn't getting minutes at the beginning of the year. It's like, bro, the Mystics, y'all stink. Why are y'all number one pick not getting minutes to get better and get reps? It's not like y'all are competing for anything. It made no sense. But Edwards is definitely super skilled. You know what I'm saying? Can stretch the floor, can pass it. I really like Edwards' game, and she's definitely starting to figure it out the last couple of weeks with the Mystics. Yeah, they get KK Bransford back out of the portal. Notre Dame added some pieces. I love Kate Koval, the five-star freshman they have coming in. Notre Dame really didn't have a five last year. You know what I'm saying? They did not have a true five. They bring in a five-star freshman to come in. And yeah, I like Notre Dame a lot. It really should be theirs in the ACC next year. Yup, she just had an off night. She did. Agreed. Hidalgo reminds me of Iverson mixed with Chris Paul. Okay. She is nasty in that pick and roll, elite court vision. She got that Iverson first step, boy. She will blow by you. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hidalgo. She actually followed me on Twitter, man. I might have to see if I can reach out and get her on the podcast. I didn't know there's so many Hidalgo fans on. But yeah, I like Notre Dame a lot. I think they will be really well. Texas did some great things. Um, South Carolina returns a mob. Southern California, USC with Juju and Kiki Rafin and Talia Von Hoffman. Like they did some really good things in the portal. We'll see how that chemistry does though. So we saw LSU tried to build a super team last year and it didn't quite go that way. Hey, Christopher, welcome back, my God. Hey, better late than never. I know I'm late to the party, but hey, they did. The Fever outplayed the Sky today for sure. And I didn't like how Angel Reese went out blaming the refs and got fined for it, man. Like, she better than that. You can't be blaming the refs, on foul trouble like that. We've seen some very questionable, very suspect officiating in the WNBA, but today was not one of those days. It honestly feels like more attention is on the W now than the NBA, which I can't remember happening like ever. Dudes, it's because it's never happened. Like, we have never seen anything like this in the WNBA. And I gotta shout out to the players, the Maya Moores of the world, the Candace Parkers that laid the foundation. But yeah, we've never seen the atmosphere in the WNBA like this. Seeing it on every podcast, every major channel, like I mean, it's where it's at. This is the perfect time to jump into the W. Noob, that's hilarious. I love that comparison though. Elizabeth Lips, big body, just physical. And shout out to her, man. She was extremely out of shape when the season started, but Crooks got in better shape throughout the year, got into that starting lineup and put 40 on Cameron Brink. Don't let them forget that, y'all. She put 40 on Cameron Brink. I'm just saying. But yeah, just go play basketball. Yes, sir. Notre Dame should be some big steppers this year. Absolutely. Absolutely. And getting Olivia Miles back? Oh my gosh. Bro, that lineup with Olivia Miles and Hannah Hidalgo, I literally cannot wait. Y'all definitely go check out my page. I've got some already got some college content going, previewing next year, and I'll be dropping another video later today actually. I agree with you, brother Brandon. Angel should not have blamed the referees at all. Angel needs to be better and finish at the rim. Cardoso needs to be better also. Yeah, I think you definitely see the potential. Y'all have an elite front court in the making, but I need Cardoso to really get a go to move down low. I need her to get a go to move, and I need Angel to sharpen up that mid range so they can't just clog the lane. Because right now it just seems like they're running through defenses, muscling through and getting putbacks off mid shots. But yeah, you get to the rim, you got to finish. But I do think that they will be two stars. And hey, Chris, I don't know how you feel about Marina Mabry, but I'm a huge fan. I am a huge fan. The NBA views is in the dump compared to back then. It's no excitement or like the 80s to mid 2010s eras. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The NBA just feels washed right now, man. Just definitely not that same excitement. Definitely not. The NBA might have peaked, low key. In the lowest of keys, the NBA might have peaked. The Asia Fair, yo, the Asia Fair being cut from the Aces is crazy, and they just signed. Was it Jessica Williams out of Texas A&M? Like they cut the Asia Fair. The Asia Fair could definitely be helping somebody's WNBA roster right now. Where do y'all think would be a good fit for the Asia Fair right now? She's a bucket. If she would have been 5'10", she probably would have been a top 3 pick. But y'all know how they do them small guards, and that's what scares me about Hidalgo. But there are small guards like that doing very well in the WNBA. I think we definitely will see the Asia Fair. Monica Ziano, 14-9, 18 points per. Yeah, she was hooping. She was hooping. They needed her bad last year. If they could have had her next to Stokey, we might have been seeing Iowa raise that title. Okay. Mackenzie Holmes, another really good player out of Indiana, 17.8. Yeah, definitely get Celeste Taylor. Camilla needs to watch Hakeem Olajuwon post up highlights. Facts. 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 Because she's big and she's skilled. Steven says new Angel Reese shoe release called Special Whistle. Also available in boxing shoe section for those who need some in the gym. They said she gonna be Tank Davis's next opponent. Y'all are wild. Y'all are real live like hilarious. I want y'all to know. Mabry is hot and cold offensively, but she is a liability on defense for sure. Unfortunately, the Sky needs a guard and a forward that can get a bucket. Yeah, like a true point guard, someone that could definitely push forward, keep the defense on their heels. I like Kennedy Carter. I like Dana Evans, but yeah, I agree with you there. I like Mabry because she could definitely shoot the rock. She's a vet. And she got that dog in her, like that. She play with that attitude, man. I like that. She don't be backing down. She be talking junk. I think the Sky have a really fun team though, and they have a really, really good coach. I think Teaspoon is one of the best coaches already, in my opinion. Replace Wheeler, yes. Get Wheeler out of there. Get Eric Wheeler out of there. Please put in Celeste Taylor. Because Wheeler is out there robbing them. She should be getting filed charges against her. Out there robbing robbing the Fever out there for over 200 racks. Give you 4 points in 20 minutes. And an assist. And 3 turnovers. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Coach size is not the answer. I agree with you. Angel needs to watch too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Mabry got that dog in her, yo. She don't be bouncing, but she'll be backing down. Replace yo. I said that before, Terry. I said that before. Get Wheeler out of there. Deasia Fair would be a great addition to the Fever. I agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Cardoso legitimately better than most of the other rookies. I can't why she gets no love. She's unstoppable when she's got ball. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, she just needs a go-to move. But she's so agile, so athletic, getting up and down the court. She's already an elite defender, elite rebounder. She can guard multiple spots. Like Cardoso really is just scratching the surface, man. Imagine Cardoso under Teaspoon. Well, I want to see Cardoso in about 2 years. Dominant force. Yo, Chris, I'm telling you, man, they are hilarious in here. Y'all came in this chat on one today. Y'all definitely did. Y'all are cracking me up today. Man, I love the energy, man. I love that we don't have box score bandits in here. We got people talking about the game that are actually watching it and know what's going on, man. So I appreciate y'all's knowledge too. I know y'all are tuning in to hear my perspective, and I'll always give that willingly. But I love hearing from y'all too. But yeah, I think Cardoso is just scratching the surface, y'all. She is just scratching the surface. She had 10 and 10 today off the bench. Like Cardoso is going to be a force, just like she was in South Carolina. Y'all know those South Carolina bigs, Leah Boston, Asia Wilson. Like they gonna get it done. The Rookie of the Year race and the MVP race are both like very interesting right now. Because I think Nafisa Collier should definitely be in that MVP race. Man, the chat is on one today. Y'all are cracking me up. Yo, Deja on the Sky would be a really good fit too. I mean, you talk about a guard that can really get downhill and put pressure on defenses, man. There's no way Deasia Fair. I was surprised. I think the two biggest players getting cut, I was surprised by was Deasia Fair and Jalen Sherrod. I was really surprised that both of them got cut. The Connecticut Sun is probably winning it all. Too great defensively as a team. Yeah, I think that would be my pick. It seems like this is the Connecticut Suns' year. They're firing on all cylinders. DeWanna Bonner look like KD out there. Of course, you got AT, one of the most effective players in the league. Can't even shoot a jump shot playing with two torn labrums, and she's still a triple-double machine. I love Dejanay Carrington. I know she has become is she the most hated player in the WNBA to this point right now, in y'all's opinion, Carrington? For the Sun, I love her game. She's a dog, but she's catching a lot of flack. But yeah, it definitely feels like the Suns' year. They've been on the brink for the last several years, and it seems like it's all clicking now for them. Definitely feel like it's all clicking. I do like what the Seattle Storm are doing finally too with that big three. And Liberty coming around as well. Holy Jonquil Jones, yo. She's carrying my fantasy team on her back. Sky looked lost on defense today. I mean, they let so many people open for layups. Mainly it was Angel and Cardoso. Yeah, like that last play where Clark hit Alyssa Smith and Cardoso was just standing there. Like, how did she get that open? How did she get that open on that last play? Yeah, Carrington, hey, stamp it now. Carrington for Defensive Player of the Year. She got the straps. She was out there, hey, you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be locked up. Any shot you put up will be getting contested. Yeah, I love Carrington, man. I think she's catching some unfair criticism. Not gonna lie to y'all. I think she's definitely catching some unfair criticism. She's out there just hooping. And she's delivering, man. She's a big piece for the Connecticut Sun, definitely. And I agree with you, C. I think definitely got to be leading the race for that Defensive Player of the Year. Definitely. There's a lot of great storylines this year, a lot of great basketball, and we're seeing so many first time viewers coming into the WNBA at a really, really great time. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Carrington. I love players with moxie. I love players that will talk that talk, but also will back it up and don't make excuses. Because they out there makes them available for us, not like a bad team cut them. No, absolutely. Absolutely. There is no shame in getting cut from the Las Vegas Aces. No shame at all. Team is stacked. Andover. Hey, welcome in, Andover. Dejanay averages like 8 points a game. No, she averaged like 12, bro. She averaged like 12. I think they're the Guardians. I think they're going to be the Toronto Guardians or something like that. Or the Lights, something like that. The Toronto Northern Lights, it's something like that. But nah, come on, Endo, you can't be disrespecting Dejanay like that. 8 points a game? No, no. I think it's like the Toronto Northern Lights, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to let me look that up. Oh, I guess it's nothing up. Maybe they're still going over names. Carrington is catching criticism because she put a tweet that was too real for the public and she was making fun of Caitlin Clark. The public did not like that at all. Yo, Christopher, I made a video about that. I made a video about that. When she was saying, basically Caitlin Clark, there was her name is being used in, misogyny and racism and being pushed to these agendas she says she doesn't align with. And then she was saying, being quiet is a luxury. But Caitlin Clark came out and spoke and stood on business too. She averages 12.6. Yes, and he like, why they trying to play DJ like that? Come on now. If healthy, I would look at Ayoka Lee, 6'6", 19.7 points, 8.6 rebound. Stephanie Soares. Okay. Terry, you dropping some names right now. I like that. I like that. Yeah, Carrington averages 12.6 points per game. Yeah, she's the third option. Like, she's out there hooping. And she's the way, like, by far the best defender on that team. Like, and that's saying a lot because AT is locked down too. But yeah, man, hey man, we gotta show some respect. You, they should have the same team colors as the OG Toronto Raptors for sure. Agreed. Yo, those OG Toronto Raptors jerseys that Vince and them used to wear with the Raptor actually on them, they're bringing them back for the Raptors this year actually, but them jerseys is fire. Oh yeah. Man, I host a podcast on fantasy football for IDP Plus, but I also do fantasy women's basketball. And yes, my team is actually doing pretty good right now. Man, I got a little mob on my hands. I ain't gonna lie. Leah Boston's on my squad. Jonquel Jones is literally carrying my fantasy team on her back. Um, but yeah, I got a little squad, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Yup. Does any of y'all play fantasy women's basketball? Corey, who's on your squad? I got Jewel Lloyd on my squad too. She been hooping lately. I got McCowan for Dallas. She been hooping. Toronto team will light it up fan wise. I used to live there. Very liberal city. Okay. Yeah, they love their hoops. They definitely love their hoops. Toronto will fully get behind that team and support them for sure. You're absolutely right about that. Finally getting some WNBA expansion, man. I'm trying to see Destiny Henderson. I'm trying to see Bria Bill. I'm trying to see Deasia Fair. I'm trying to see some of this young talent on a roster, man. Too much talent that's not being uh, showcased right now. Ayoka Lee is cold. I love that y'all are name dropping like this right now. Yup, Deuce, a lot of money out there in the six for sure, for sure. I need the WNBA to get to like 20 teams because the level of college play right now, the level of talent they're pushing out, it just needs more spots. We need more spots. Yeah, I would like to see the Houston Comets come back. I would like to see the Charlotte Sting come back. Like, there's just a lot of players. I know we've kind of been talking about Rookie of the Year. I just want to say shout out Rakia Jackson right there. I think she may be third in the running. We got her stats right there too. This was what I was talking about on the last live. We got some Rakia Jackson, maybe the most complete offensive player in the rookie class. Then of course we got Leah Edwards been doing her thing a little bit. But yeah, I like the Toronto. I definitely want to see some more expansion. There's so many great basketball cities in the U.S. and abroad too, for that matter. See WNBA plays more like international games. Just getting a look at some numbers there from throughout the week. Coming into the game, this is what Angel Reese was averaging. While the camera try to pan out the two Fever players pass each other the ball. Yo, the Fever is real live selling out every game, and they were terrible last year. What Caitlin was averaging coming into this game. The current leader for Rookie of the Year, I think we all agree at this point in time. But yeah, what other teams, games, what storylines are we following, guys? What other takeaways are we having right now? Why the camera try to pan out after the two Fever players pass each other the ball out of bounds on an inbounds play today? Yo, that was embarrassing. I forgot about that. That was embarrassing. They definitely tried to cut away from that, Steven. Agree the W needs 18 to 20 teams. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, y'all see the level of competitiveness in college right now. And I just dropped a video. Y'all go check it out. About the player of the year potentially in college women's next year. CC is rookie of the year. I definitely think she has stamped herself as the top contender right now for that award. Absolutely. Especially after today, playing her most efficient game, in my opinion, that she's played since she's been in the W. The defense is definitely getting better. That block she had on Mabry, man, she out there getting steals. Hey, Terry, I got you. Holler at me, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I got you. That was definitely a Shaq in the Fool moment. Yo, WNBA fantasy is mad fun though, and it's mad easy to navigate too. I was kind of reluctant at first, but I definitely would say get into it. That was a Shaq in the Fool moment. Absolutely. Yo, definitely. Man, the guys in TNT would have been all over any WNBA player if that happened, for sure. The Shaq in the Fool always be cracking me up. They really do be hilarious. Those guys are funny, man. I'm low key sad that Barkley retiring, yo. And then another name that's been thrown in there, Cameron Brink, which I mean, she's already proven to be one of the most effective shot blockers. But I need her to grab more rebounds, and I need her to stop fouling. But just looking at kind of the rookie breakdown, I didn't jump into this year. Definitely getting for it. Yeah, definitely get a feel for it. I'm telling you, Corey, it's fun, man. It's fun. But hey, I do host a show for fantasy football as well that's coming up, Corey. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm big on fantasy football. I play Dynasty. I play Redraft. I've been in this league with my fraternity brothers for like 12 years. So I'm big on the fantasy football. And if you do Dynasty, yo, you got to be locked in all year. I got Brian Thomas and Trey Benson in my fantasy draft because we just do rookies and available players. So those were my two picks this year. Definitely excited to see with Trevor Lawrence. He just got that bag. He better be getting Brian Thomas the ball. I know that. Yo, I'm telling you, Steven, all types of Miss Bunnies, like all the time. All the time. Do y'all think they should lower the rim for WNBA, or is that like that disrespectful? I'm just genuinely asking y'all's take on it. Because they be missing hella bunnies. And it's frustrating. I hate these layups. The Liberty played so well as a team. Love the way that team moves the ball. Yeah, man, they do really well. Love Sabrina's game. And then that front court with Stewie and Jones is just incredible. Oh my gosh. Pumpkin Town Pam, welcome in, welcome in. Guys, if this is your first time joining the live with Brandon Blakely podcast, I'm your host, Brandon Blakely, aka Brandon Lee TV. We always keep it rocking like this, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And we are still not off of those shoes that Angel Reese had. Well, y'all been lighting Angel Reese up in this chat over them shoes. Y'all have been lighting her up over these shoes. Clown shoes not working out. You can't show up in the Why So Serious Joker shoes and lose, though. You brought that on yourself at that point. Nah, keep it at 10. Well, there was the AB comment. Yo, AB is wild. I ain't gonna lie, though. I do follow him. Like, he is hilarious. Now, keep it at 10. If they lowered it and had players dunking, I would have been watching years ago. Okay. Okay, Steven. So you feel like you do feel like the lower rims. Okay. Does anybody else feel like that? Like, would it be disrespectful to lower the goal to like 9? I mean, when you get on a fast break, that's like the biggest separation from the women's game. When you get a fast break and you want to see a windmill. Another W does not need to lower the rim. These girls can hoop. It would make the game look goofy, gimmicky. Okay. Okay. I do know Ashlyn Watkins be dunking that thing for South Carolina. And then Toby Fournier coming in for Duke, the Canadian, she be dunking that thing too. So we are seeing women's hoopers dunking the ball more. But I could definitely see your point too, Tahid, there. If they had a player consistently dunking coming out of college, she'd be more popular than CC. The players feel it's disrespectful, but they're okay with a smaller ball. Makes no sense. Yeah. They definitely have a smaller, lighter ball and the court smaller. I mean, it's not completely ridiculous to think about maybe 9.5, but I also get how, some people would see that as gimmicky as well. But yeah, just imagine if you had a player like a women's version of Vince Carter just catching bodies, catching all types of posters. That would be nuts. And maybe we will see that one day the way things are shifting. Maybe we will see that one day. But they do play with a smaller ball, smaller court, closer 3-point line. Like, I get it. That's also valid. Definitely some valid points by y'all. I love hearing it. Just different perspectives, and they're all welcome. Biggs Country, welcome back. Welcome in, my friend. Reese got owned again. She's 0-2 against Caitlin Clark, y'all. Caitlin Boston Smith, Lexi, and the Fever at the last lap today. Candy, welcome in, welcome in. They definitely did. They closed it out. Caitlin gets her second dub over Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. And hey, the Fever are figuring it out. How about that pick and roll today between Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark? It's people was on me last time I did the live earlier in the week when I was saying they were starting to figure things out against the Atlanta Dream. People were saying I was crazy, but hey, you put the ball in Clark's hands, let her make plays, and good things happen. You win games for sure. Definitely enjoyed the pocket passing, and she about messed around and got the triple dub today. Man, this was the most efficient game we've seen from Clark all year, I must say. Gotta say. What were some other big takeaways from today's game? I know Angel Reese's shoes have caught a lot of flack. Her complaining to the refs, the fouls. We were expecting maybe more of a matchup between Kennedy Carter and Caitlin after that dirty foul. I don't know. Like, there was a lot. It seems like this rivalry is definitely brewing. Like, it's definitely going to be a rivalry for years to come between these two teams. I usually build my fantasy b-ball teams around players that shoot threes at a high level. Okay, solid strategy. I play fantasy NBA and WNBA, so I feel that. Just try to be well rounded and build that depth. Hey, Daniel, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Sunday and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there as well. Salute to y'all spending your Saturday, Sunday afternoon with me, man. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Steven, she does definitely get a lot of second chance opportunities. Yo, Sahid agreed. She's got that point forward ability in her game. And if they were able to let her just be a little bit more free, but I also think it's going to open up so much in her game when she gets a reliable jump shot. She was just really buried in the post at LSU and asked to play bully ball. But now I think she's kind of scratching the surface on more of that finesse game that she has too. They play lower rim in JRH high school or college. No, just give them a bag of popcorn and cows. Hey, fair enough, Terry. It's 10 feet wherever you go. 10 feet is 10 feet. Like my guy Gene Hackman said in Hoosiers, 10 feet is 10 feet. Wherever the rim is, it's 10 feet. It is 10 feet wherever you go. Fever look better, but I still think you need to fire the coach, get someone with some real star power in there that can handle having a star like Caitlin. Yeah, she's just not bringing the best out of Caitlin. Like we've seen her be turned into like just basically a distributor last game. This game she had more focus, but that style that Sides plays is just not productive to how Caitlin plays. This slow half court, like you got a potential to have the Showtime Lakers basically out there as far as like an offensive flow, the speed in which they play with, and they're playing like an Ivy League offense. Ghost, welcome back, welcome back. I think the Fever can make it work if they build around CC and AB duo. They could use a legitimate PG. Yeah, if they put another point guard beside Caitlyn, because Caitlin's kind of a combo guard at this point, I think that definitely would benefit them. I do think CC and AB styles contradict each other, but they could still work with it. I would agree with that. But yeah, like Caitlin Clark is definitely the best playmaker on that team right now. But if she does, go back to kind of focusing more on scoring, you have a pass first guard that could complement her. That might not be a bad idea. But yeah, Coach Sides is not the answer. She stinks. She stinks. She's definitely not the answer. Both sides of the ball sides definitely need better coaching. She actually, this is the most coaching I've seen her do all year. Was this game. And maybe she's on the hot seat and people are in her ear. But yeah, this was the most I've seen her coach all year. Okay, I didn't know that. So the LPGA is playing with a little different equipment, a little different rule set than the PGA. I did not know that. Hey, that's some good insight, Steve. We appreciate that. The Fever would have a better record if Celeste Taylor and Saxton got more minutes. Agreed. Agreed. Celeste Taylor's game is so perfect to complement Caitlin Clark's fast play, defense, and shooting threes. Yeah, we've talked about that, Steve. If they get Beckers, I don't know if they're gonna automatically give the first pick to the Golden State team and build that franchise around Paige Beckers, which is also a great idea. But if they were able to get Beckers on that team with Clark, oh, watch out. Scary hours, spooky hours. They bring in Lisa Luter, they will be Iowa's super team, super talent. Yeah, because this is the most talent that we've seen her play. So when I saw the bigs that Indiana had, I was like, oh, Caitlin Clark's made a living playing with bigs that can get up and down the floor. Hannah Stokey got 12 points a game just off fast break layups, outlet passes last year. Yes, I agree that they need a true point on the Fever. Watch this. I think they need Raven Johnson on the team. She is a true point guard. That would be elite. A true stat sheet stuffer too. And we just talked that's such a good name drop because we just talked about how they need a glue player on the Fever. And Raven Johnson is the glue player right now, the ultimate glue player in college basketball, especially for South Carolina. She's a stat sheet stuffer. She passes, gets like elite court vision, great in the pick and roll, great decision maker, can hit the open shots now. Gotta respect her three, but doesn't need to dominate or shot hunt. Can get in the paint. I mean, I think that would be an elite get. A lockdown defender as well. Raven Johnson would be a perfect fit. She rebounds extremely well for the guard position. That's a great recognition right there. I love that. I would love that. And potentially, since she is a red shirt, Raven Johnson could go pro after this season. She is eligible. Man, what a name drop. I like that. I'm a big Raven Johnson fan. Hey, Kiki is a monster. The fact that Juju just got paired up with her is scary for like USC is gonna be amazing. Her and Ryan Marshall, like yeah, I could definitely see Kiki being the number one pick though next year, man. In all the mock drafts I've seen, she's been the top name. While our U.S. Olympic team is made up of what 2 or 3 teams only, I'd still far from a super team if they got paid. If they get paid, I think she would be a really good addition for them. But the super teams I'm looking at is the Aces and the Liberty as well as the Sun and the really like the super team too. Like if we're just talking about bringing stars together, the Seattle Storm. Anyone know how many games Chicago have lost in a row? I think they have lost 4. We can double check that. So the Chicago Sky are 4-9 right now. So they did lose to the Dream. They lost to the Sun. They lost to the Mystics. They lost to the Fever. Yeah, 4 in a row. Oh, agree. Yeah, Raven Johnson is just a competitor. Like last year, a lot of players would have folded after going through the scrutiny she did. She went into that off season and went to work and turned that 3 point shooting into a strength, man. I have so much respect for her. I did hear that Lisa was having dinner in Iowa earlier this week with the Indiana Fever owner. I did hear that. We know that while Lisa was there and while Caitlin Clark was there, like the Iowa offense was one of the best in the nation, one of the highest scoring every year. But yeah, Raven Johnson is that deal. But yeah, they got to get a new coach in Indiana because Coach Sods is not the answer at all. She's hindering that team's development. She's holding them back. Like she's bringing nothing to the table. And she's supposed to be a defensive coach. Well, where the hell is the D at? Like, where is the defense, y'all? Hey, absolutely agree. See, we need that matchup. We need that matchup. My top, I mean, if I had to rank like maybe a top 5 coming into the women's hoop season, I would definitely say South Carolina. They're returning a mob. I mean, I was surprised Tina Powell came back. They bring in Dowda, the transfer. Fagan's coming back. Chloe Kitts is looking good, putting on muscle. Raven Johnson, of course, Malaysia Poole Wiley, Tessa Johnson, Joyce Edwards is going to be a superstar. I would have to put them at one. I would put UConn at number two, just because of all the talent they're bringing back, and then Southern Cal at number three. I think that would be like my top three. Texas probably at four, rounded out with UCLA at five, Notre Dame at six. Something like that. That's because Caitlin took 30 shots per game. She had the ultimate green light. Ultimate green light. Example, when you get a chance to finally become a head coach and build a competitive team to win, why would you bring with you Wheeler and Wallace? Lisa will cut them out. Cut them because you can't trade them. Yeah, you definitely not trading Wheeler with that contract. I'm going to tell you that right now. You definitely not trading her with that contract. But there's no way. Like, they need Saxton to be at minutes. Taylor. Like, some of these younger players that are ready to contribute and bring energy and effort. Because Wallace and Wheeler, neither one of them are bringing anything to the table right now. I'm not going to hold you. Lisa will cut them. Yep, exactly. I can see them out there. Tahina Powell will come in the WNBA dropping bombs. Bombing threes right away. Hey, she can let that thing fly. I'm telling you. That was maybe the most important transfer player in the nation last year for anybody. Like, the way that South Carolina flipped their weakness of 3-point shooting into a bona fide string. Just shout out to Coach Don Staley, man. Just one of the game's greats. Definitely one of the great game's greats. But yeah, she had that ultimate green light, Caitlin Clark at Iowa. She had that ultimate green light. Her green light was brighter than Steph Curry's at Golden State. She get across half court, they cool with her letting that thing fly. AB supposed to be 6'5", but she looked undersized almost every game. She be looking tired every game. Taylor and team can run. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Timmy would be like the Hannah Stolke of that team. Celeste Taylor definitely the age of fair super quick. Yeah, they definitely got the pieces to play faster. They just don't put their best lineup out there because Coach Sods is so committed to these veterans, and I guess maybe not wanting to lose the locker room. I don't know. If I'm correct for the expansion draft, I think each team must make players available. Yep, that is correct. That is correct. Ernest, what up? What up, my guy? Welcome back. I thought Deja Kelly should have stayed at UNC, but she's definitely gonna be better. Oregon. Yeah, because Oregon don't have anybody. Oh my gosh, that team is not gonna be good. They did do some things in the transfer portal, but I was surprised. They must have, they must have thrown Deja Kelly a crazy bag. I'm sorry, but the Walls girl is just a glorified ball passer. I DK how she's starting. Yeah, she's bringing nothing to the table. I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather see Hold in there starting. But yeah, they must have thrown Deja Kelly a crazy bag to go to Oregon. For real. UNC returning Alyssa Utsby, Gak Dane. They did some things in the transfer portal, but not expecting a whole lot out of that Carolina this year. Yeah, I don't understand why Wallace is still in the starting lineup either. I mean, it makes no sense. No sense at all. That's why I said I don't think we've seen them put their best starting five out there for the Indiana Fever yet. We have not seen their best five play together on that roster. I don't think we've seen it. Man, you guys got some really, really great takes. This has been fun. This has been one of the best chats we've had. I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me. IDK, she's Wheeler at least make defense move with her quickness. Wallace looked like a ball boy out there. Hey, Wallace got the best seat in the house. All she gotta do is get paid and pass the ball. It's okay. Sods can share her popcorn with Wallace and Wheeler on her couch. Y'all been on one today. Should the Fever try to get Gabby Marshall next season? That's what I was saying. If they gonna bring in Ziano, they might as well bring in Gabby Marshall too. Shoot, bring in Molly Davis at that point. After watching the WNBA only recently, I think South Carolina's team could contend for WNBA ship for real. Hey, bold take. I like bold takes. Bold take. They definitely got the size out there, man. Golly. South Carolina is so deep. How do you replace 5 starters in the WNBA draft? Have a whole starting 5, a whole new starting 5. Go undefeated, dominate everybody, win a championship, and then you got the potential to be better next year. I mean, it's not even fair at this point. I think if you had Iowa versus Fever Team, Iowa will win too. Yeah, yeah, she's in North Carolina. She's at UNC doing her medical thing. I think, but yeah, I mean, the Fever, man, they just don't have a great system right now. They have talent, but they don't have pieces. They're not putting the pieces in position to succeed. And we've seen that's why, like, so many of their rookies don't pan out as of late. Abby's in medical school. She has another calling to be a physical therapist. Yep, she down there in Carolina. They could use her on that team as well if she had an extra year eligibility. But shout out to her finding her second passion, and I think she will be successful in whatever she her next endeavors are in life. Fever about to be Iowa 2.0, literally, literally. Bring them all over. Bring them all over. Tell them to trade for Gustafson too. Get her out of LA or get her out of Vegas. Well, y'all, it has been 2 hours we have been on this live, and I just want to say before we get out of here, y'all know I gotta give y'all's flowers and a chance to get y'all's final take. So throw the hottest takes at me that we have right now. Throw me the hot takes, parting shots, final thoughts. Let me have them. That is a very bold take. Okay, Ernest, that's a very bold take. That is a very bold take. I think they would definitely win the coaching battle because ain't nobody out coaching Don right now. But hey, when I mentioned, I said I wanted the bold takes. Ernest came in with that fire. But yeah, let me have them. Let me have them. Let me get those hot takes before we get out of here. And y'all know I will be back on the live again throughout the rest of this week. And I've got another video dropping a little bit later today, too, talking about the top impact transfers. Be dropping today, probably tomorrow at the latest. So y'all definitely go check out the page because we got hella content. I've been dropping videos all week. It's been crazy. Those don't forget, team will return hopefully soon. Caitlin with Aaliyah. Yup. Candy agree completely. Fever should have gotten Kate Martin. Yes. And they had a chance to draft her. Like, what is going on? They had a chance to draft her and didn't pick her. Ended up taking Deasia Fair and cutting her like a Sunday coupon. Kate Martin has been the perfect role player for the Aces. She's been the perfect role player. She goes in there, she scraps, she plays defense, she fights for loose balls, and she hits corner threes. And they love her. They definitely love her out there. They definitely love her. And she's carved out a role. She's like the best story in basketball today, I think, y'all. Like, she literally went from just going to the draft to support Caitlin Clark and hopefully hear her name called to making the two-time defending champions roster. Not only making the roster, but also carving out a role is nuts. Talk about an underdog story. But hey, man, Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. I appreciate y'all tuning in and spending some of your time with me this Sunday afternoon. Madhouse, you absolutely right. Kmart is absolutely doing her thing out there. I just want y'all to know this channel, these lives, this content, what I do would not be possible without y'all. So thank you so much for the support. I will never be able to repay y'all for that. But keep tuning in, keep locking in with me. Is this your first time? Make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest. I am Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, and this is the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. But yeah, that like huge numbers, man. Huge numbers for Kate. She had a huge advantage over a lot of people because she was in college for 6 years, so she has a lot of basketball experience. Oh yeah, great advantage. She's played a lot of ball. She decided to come back for that extra year at Iowa. Yeah, man, they gotta get Wheeler out of there, but they can't trade her because nobody's taking that contract. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that right now. Nobody's taking that contract. She making like over 220,000. But hey, man, happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Everybody fortunate enough to be a father or have your father still around, man. Make sure to show them some love. I definitely appreciate y'all locking in with me. Like I said, this would not be possible without y'all. So thank you again. And like I said, we've been on the stream for over 2 hours, so we're gonna call it right now. But y'all make sure to subscribe and stay up for the latest and the greatest. Again, I am Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. This is the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast where we keep it real, we keep it 100. Thank y'all again, and have a great rest of your weekend and just a productive week, man. Thank y'all again. Take care. Stay blessed.